Now let's do some more practice of the concept how to find out the gradient or the slope and the y-intercept when the equations are given. Now if you look at part A, y is equal to 3x plus 5, and we have to determine the gradient and the y-intercept. As earlier we discussed that whatever is attached to the value of the variable x or the coefficient of x, that is going to give you the gradient, and whereas the rest of the part gives you the y-intercept. So for part A, 3 is the gradient of this line, whereas plus 5 or 5 is the y-intercept of this line. In case of part B, minus 7, which is the coefficient of this variable x, that is your gradient, whereas minus 9 is the y-intercept. In the same way, in part C, 6 is the gradient of the line and minus 10 is the y-intercept. Now let's do reverse of it. What if we are asked to form an equation when the gradient and the y-intercept are given? So we will do reverse of it now. Y, for this first part, y is going to be equal to 7x plus 2. Okay, because we need to, a gradient refers to the coefficient of the variable x, so we are going to write it as y is equal to 7x, and the second part of the equation always tells you the y-intercept. So we have used the gradient and the y-intercept for this first case to form an equation. In the same way, for second part, where we have to form an equation when gradient is given as minus 3 and y-intercept is given as 5, its equation is going to be y is equal to minus 3x plus 5. In the same way, if we have to form an equation for the third part where gradient is 5 and y-intercept is minus 2, its equation is going to be y is equal to 5x minus 2. So this is how we have formed equations using a gradient and y-intercept. Now here we have a short quiz. Let's go for that. In question number 1, the gradient of the line represented by equation y is equal to 8x minus 9 is, and you have to select the right option from the given options. 4 options are given there. As you know that the gradient is always the coefficient of the variable x, so the gradient is going to be 8. So option A is the correct option for this question. Whereas if you look at this question number 2, the gradient of the line represented by equation, we have to work out. So the gradient, once again, the coefficient of variable x, and in this case this is minus 7, so option C is the correct option for this one. Question number 3 here, the y-intercept of the line. Now we have to work out y-intercept, not gradient. So the y-intercept, as y-intercept is always the second part of the equation, and that is the term without variable x or y. So 10 is the y-intercept. So option B is the correct option for this one. Question 4, the y-intercept. Once again we have to determine the y-intercept of the line represented by equation y is equal to minus 6x minus 14. So minus 14 is the y-intercept of this equation. Once again, the second part we have to go for, and from the options, if you look at, D is the correct option for this question. Now question number 5, equation of a line with gradient 8 and y-intercept 2. Now we have to form an equation. Gradient is given as 8 and y-intercept is given as 2. We know that gradient we have to attach with the variable x, so its equation is going to be y is equal to 8x plus 2. So option B is the correct option for this question. Okay, here we have the last question where we have to form an equation whose gradient is given as minus 3 and y-intercept is minus 7. So y is going to be equal to minus 3x minus 7, and option C is the correct answer for this question. Hope you got that, how to interpret graph, how to plot points, how to find gradient and y-intercept when equation is given, or converse of it, means when gradient is given and y-intercept is given, and how you have to form an equation for that. So do a little more practice of that, and you can use for your workbooks for that.